Hello and welcome. This is Transport Fever2 and this is Project MegaCity, where we try to build huge cities, connect them with one another and see if we can battle the traffic problems that result from that. Looking here, looks like we're losing the battle, but let's just zoom out and ignore this completely and just go somewhere else. Okay, so if you've watched last time, you know what we're going to do today. We basically took care of Warwick, gave it public transport and gave it this railway line that ended up here in this town. Still doesn't have a name. I'm going to name it now. And the next thing we're going to do is hook it into our public transport system. So I'm going to rebuild some of these roads to make it more user friendly. Then we built some bus lines that will all accumulate here at the railway station. And yeah, that's going to be the first step. Next step is going to be to extend the railway line all the way here to Bromley. And then probably build a further railway line from Bromley here into Ulster. Because like we said last time, if you look here, Train Line 1, which connects Bromley and Ulster, has 2,600 people waiting. I think if we add another line that covers this and then carries on across the whole map via this town here into Warwick, that'd be really cool. We'll give it a high-speed railway, sort of medium high-speed. So I'm thinking of 250 kilometers per hour tracks. So we can have something like a rail jet. But it will stop at all the major stops. So it's not a proper high-speed railway train, but it's obviously a lot quicker than anything we've had on the map so far. Right, so let's start with this town here first. And I've decided on a name. I'm going to do this whilst you're watching. So this is going to be called Sherwood. And this here is Sherwood City Center, of course, and therefore this is Sherwood, let's call it Central Station. Perfect. Actually, I want this in capitals. So this is how we're going to start off with the naming of this city. At some point, we're going to change what exactly this city requires. But, you know, we're a long way off from any cargo ops. At the moment, we're just dealing with public transport. Okay, so what's going to happen now is I'm going to stop filming. I'm going to deal with all of this. And once I think I have enough progress to show you something, I'll be back. See you in a bit. Okay, so Sherwood now has public transport. It seems very popular. I mean, I'm not sure, probably a bit too popular. I might have to do something here with some of the bus lines. There are 100 people waiting, 107. So yeah, might need to look into that and give them bigger buses or just increase the number of buses. I think we do have the capacity. I mean, it is busy, but it's perfectly doable. Then I built the sort of semi-high-speed railway to Ulster. So this is a line with a speed limit of 250 kilometers per hour, and we can just follow it through, running nicely through the countryside, coming out here, and then turning here into Bromley. I had to change a lot of things here to make this work, to squeeze in those 4 tracks. But I think I managed. And then these lines here will run parallel. So we have our train line 1 here. And the high-speed rail will run parallel. I had to put down an additional bridge. And then they come down here. And then finally we end up in Ulster. So, what kind of train do we think this is going to need? I would like to use something like a rail jet. The problem is in the game, the rail jets don't have a lot of capacity. But I think it'd be perfect for this because it accelerates quite quickly. It gets up to speed quickly, and you know, some of the distances between the cities are not that great. I just put down this here just for the time being. So let's just have a go. Let's just see if it works. So we want to create a new line. We want to start here. Platform 1 is good. I have no idea what color. Let's just keep it red for now. We probably have to make it very clear to the game where these trains are gonna run. So let's add this one. We are not going to stop anywhere here. So we keep going, we cross the river, and then we stop here at this station. And then we carry on all the way to Bromley. Now this might get complicated now. So we want to come in here. Yeah, that's correct. And then we want to leave Bromley here. And then we cross the river. And we need to squeeze in... What platform is this? Yeah, platform 4. Let's change the color because we already have one that's red, and then we come back. Oh, it's already done it. So let's see if this is correct. So it's running back here. This is all good. Yeah, here we have a problem. So from here, I don't know why the game keeps doing stuff like this. It makes no sense. So we want to stop at Bromley after Ulster, right? So we come back. Let's see, Warwick, Sherwood, Bromley, Ulster. Then we stop here again. But we need to stop at platform... What is this? 6. Yes. Then we go out here. We want to pass this signal. Okay. Then we come here to Sherwood. Gonna stop again. We can't use orange either. Let's make a light blue. And then we run here, and this should be fine. Huh? We run through the city, and here... Yeah, I mean, this is not ideal because the two railway lines cross each other, but it's the only way it can be done. So that's that. Okay. Now the question is, we could use a double railjet, but I think it might be too long for these train stations. Let's have a look. So we go to multiple electric. Where's my railjet? Railjet, where are you? Oh, I think I actually have to go to here. Are they here? Yeah. So they can only carry 106, 108, 117, 114. It's not a lot, is it? If we put that here, we need a loco for that. Locomotives electric, railjet. So I think should be this one. Yeah. So this is 205 meters long. So you would then have let's take this one and then come back to passenger. And then where was it? These are the individual ones. Where did I just find the railjet? The complete ones. Stop here. Hang on. It wasn't in multiple units. Oh god, this is what happens when you have so many add-ons installed. You lose. I think it's here, right? No. Here. Yeah. So this will be this one. So it's 410 meters long, but it could carry 222 people. if we buy, how many do we need? That's the next question. Let's start with 6. We want full maintenance. Okay. So this line 1, is gonna be called. Well, if we call it railjet, then we're stuck with the train. Because if the railjet doesn't work, we need to change, and then that makes no sense. So we're not gonna call it the railjet line. We're gonna call it. Well, it is the first line that goes across the whole map. So I'm gonna call it the East-West Corridor. I think that's a good name. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start feeding in all these trains one by one, keep a distance, and then we'll see how it works out. Okay, we are back. Frame rate is not doing great in this game now, but there's a lot going on. So, yeah. Anyway, I have good news and I have bad news. So the good news is it fits into all the stations and it seems to be doing well. The problem is this is now the fastest train on the map and it has become the most popular. So you can see here it's already full. If you look here, there are now over 2,000 people waiting for this train. And most of them actually don't take it to the other side of the map. They just want to get here to Bromley. And the train that used to take everyone to Bromley, that used to have 2,000 people waiting, now only has 400 waiting. And this is simply because on this stretch, the other double-decker trains and the railjet are sharing the same line, but the railjet is just quicker. And so people prefer it. And so what has happened is, here again, East-West Corridor, which is the railjet line, 900 people, 300 people. Train line 1, nobody waiting. So that was not the idea. The idea was that this train would carry people across the map and not just shuttle them between those two stations. I'm not quite sure how we're going to address this. I suppose what we could do is make this train faster. I don't know what the top speed of this train is. Maybe we'll just increase the line speed here. Maybe that will help. The other thing that has happened is now that we have Sherwood properly integrated into our network. First of all, a lot of the bus lanes, are very busy. No surprise there. But also here, if you look, we have 600 people waiting for the S-Bahn to take them to Sherwood. So I think what we're going to have to do, as much as it pains me, these units, even though I absolutely love the CityJet, they are just not fit for purpose for this particular line. The thing that really annoys me is all the other stops are fine. It's literally just this one but this one distance here from this station here, which is Warwick-Barwick, to Sherwood. And that's it. The rest would actually be fine. You know what? Maybe before we swap all the trains, I've noticed there's no connection other than the train line. Maybe we will build a highway between the two cities, and maybe even a bus, like a coach line, and maybe that will help a bit. I don't know. We'll try that first, and if that eases that traffic on that stretch, then that'd be good. Apart from that, I'm happy with how the railjet service works. You can see here, we only have 31 people at the moment. So, it's really just that one stretch where people have switched to the railjet because it's just a faster train. This thing here I thought be a problem, but actually seems to be working fine. Again, see 46 people. So, I think what we'll do, the plan is, number 1, we'll build a highway with a bus line, a coach line. And number 2, we'll increase the line speed of the double-decker trains and see if that entices more people to use the double-decker as well, so that the railjet can carry people actually here to Warwick, because that's really its main purpose. So let's try that, and then I think we'll leave it for today. Okay, and we are back. So, a few things. First of all, I had to change some of the trains here, the double-decker trains, because some could only do 160, whilst others could do 200. And then obviously the 160 ones would block the 200s. So I've increased the track speed to 250 along the whole route and changed all the trains, the double-decker trains, so that they could do 200 kilometers per hour. And in theory, well, that's my theory, this should help with distributing the passengers a bit more evenly. This has just started running. I think it's going to take a while before we see any proper impact. For the moment, we still have 2,600 people for the railjet and only 290 for this particular train. So I don't know, maybe it's even worth shortening it a bit so it accelerates faster. I don't know. Then if we go to the other side of the map, we have now got a highway, and you can see here, very nice, we have some coaches running here. I mean, they started running just now. They do a bit of a loop here. Most importantly, they stop here at this busy railway station, and then they come down to this highway, do a loop here, and then oh, what's happening here? They're supposed to come here as well. I think we might have overdone it with the buses. The problem was that I had so many people waiting. I just added a lot of buses and made them a lot bigger, and I think I may have overdone it. Well, I'll speed it up and hopefully this will sort itself out. If it doesn't, then I guess I have to intervene and probably reduce the number of buses and maybe, yeah, see if we can do something a little bit more constructive. In any case, I think we'll leave it at that today. So what did we do today? We created our first long distance railway line with railjet trains, which seems to be very popular, unfortunately only in one particular part. We then tried to address this problem by increasing the rail speed here for these double-decker trains connecting Bromley and Ulster. So let's see if that works. We built a motorway to see if we can help out the S-Bahn that is completely overwhelmed here between those two stations. Again, 600 people waiting that just want to get to Sherwood. So this gives them an alternative. They can drive their car or they can take one of those coaches here along the line. They're all different ones. There's some Flixbus and all that kind of stuff to keep it more interesting. So yeah, that's what we did today, and now when we stop filming I'm gonna see what I can do with this stuff here, because I don't think this is gonna sort itself out. Probably have to reduce the number of buses, maybe even shut down some lines. I've had this problem before, and then you very slowly, one bus after the other, you know, distribute them back into the network, and then hopefully that will do the trick. In any case, let's find a nice scene to finish off. I guess we come here to Warwick and show our new station. See how nice it runs here. No problem whatsoever. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a good time. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, all the best. Bye-bye.